We own a Weber grill and we've had it for a lot of years, and this is what happens to the heat deflectors after several winters of use. Now, I ordered new ones, but truth be told, I bought the wrong ones and I can't return them. So I'm going to cut these the length of this. They're not quite as tall, but they'll work just fine. And we'll see how that works. So I'm going to move over to my vise, and I'd like for you to come along with me on this project. Can it be fixed? Sure it can. Can you fix it? Absolutely you can fix it. Let's go do it together. Join me as I share stories of my life as a kid, bringing junk home and turning it into something useful. Fact is, I'm still doing this today at age 69. Okay, I'm set up here at my workbench. As you can see, I have these and I have the old one. What I did is I marked them for length by holding the old one up there. I took my square on the marks, and I took this marking pencil and I marked on both sides. Now what I'm going to do is put it in a vise here, clamp it down, and then I have a sawzall, just a battery operated sawzall with a metal blade in it, and I'm going to cut this. At least I'm going to try to cut it. Whoops. I hate whoops, you know that. Wow. Cutting hard. Let's get this like this. Oh, how am I going to do that? I guess I'll put it back in there and do it like that. And go slow. Oh, gonna quit there. I'm gonna get a tool. Got a pair of tin snips. They make three different ones, green, yellow, and red. And the idea behind that is different snips. Hey, that doesn't cut too bad. Wait, maybe I'll just use them tin snips. Let's see how this one cuts. Oh, and my hands aren't as strong as they used to be. Ah, it cut pretty good. Cut one part of it like that. And put the other part in here. And we'll go slower. A little slower. Boy, that's fast. But it cut. Okay, let's get the next one. We'll cut part of it, and then we'll use the tin snips to finish it up. That way we don't bend them so bad. Let's try it again. Don't do that. Let's take it out. Get the tin snips. And let's see if I can't cut that. get this recut. You know, after you get done with them, you become an expert at it because you've done so many. Wouldn't it be nice to be an expert on the first one? That's been the way it went my entire life. We used to replace windows, and doing so, the first one would take a whole day, maybe 2 days to do one window. And then the next day we did 10. That's how it worked. I'm not pulling your leg. That's how it worked. Now all I got to do is clean these edges up and we'll call this project complete. Let me get you set up over here and I'll let you watch that process. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing here. I should put goggles on, shouldn't I? And gloves. This thing always messes with my hands. You know, for some reason you get your hand against that, it hurts. I've not been able to figure that one out yet, but maybe one of these days. What am I going to use for glasses? Ah, I see, just a thing. Let me put these on. I can't see out of them, they're so dirty, but at least a piece of metal won't fly in my eye as quickly. But let's get these edges cleaned up. That's simple. See how rough that one is? That was the first one I've done. And see how nice this one is after doing them a little while? Big difference. You don't have to be an expert to do this kind of stuff. Like I said, you do not need to be an expert to do this kind of stuff. What you need to be is just willing to tackle it and try it. And with all my projects, that's what I've been trying to get across to everybody. Can you fix it? Sure you can if you just try. Everybody or anybody can fix stuff if they're willing to give it a try. I told you about that go-kart story and that rusty piece of metal I drug home. If you haven't seen that little short story, look it up on my channel and listen to it. But I've been doing and messing around with this stuff ever since I've been a kid. Inquisitive, I guess you could say. But I've never been afraid to tackle something. Have I messed a lot of stuff up? You're not a kid, and I did. My dad will tell you that. And so will my wife. And a lot of other people. But there's been a few things I've been able to fix okay. And hopefully this is one of them. Get me, well, it'll make someone that I live with very happy if I get her grill fixed. Let's finish this. All I'm doing here is taking the burrs off, and if there's a little sharp edge or something, I touch it on the grinding wheel. Like right there, it's a little tight. I know it is. And there's a little offset there where the blade touched it, and I want to clean that up just a little bit. And all I have to do is just very lightly, and it's cleaned up. And there you have it. In less than 10 minutes, these are ready to go back on the grill. Except for one thing. And I know some of you have wondered about it. But these edges are raw steel now. And that'll introduce rust with heat very quickly. How am I going to fix that? Well, I have some ceramic paint over there left over from a job, and I'm just going to touch the edges of these with that paint. It's rated for 2,000 degrees. I do not think that grill will burn that hot, so I believe it'll work. It's black, yes, I know, but these are deflectors. The grease touches it, nothing else touches it. Not the food, so it's okay. I do have one here to straighten out a little bit. You can see it's bent. I'll do that with a hammer. But other than those two things, this will be complete. Let me get this done, and I'll bring you back to show you. As you can see, I have this all set up, and I'm just going to touch these edges up with this high heat ceramic paint. Oh, come off hard. Let's see what I can do here. Uh-oh, it ran. Well, it really doesn't matter, does it? Okay, you can see that it's drying. It's a flat in color, and honestly you can't even hardly tell it with the gray as it's drying, but we'll let that dry. Well, here's the finished product. You can see it's still drying some, and we're going to call this one complete. If you enjoy watching my videos, appreciate it, hit the subscribe, like, and comment. And we'll catch you on the next one.